Have you ever wondered what happens during a Reiki session? I'm Kaylene Ledgar from the Lifeworkers Way Australia, and I'm thrilled to be here again with our founder, Sheila Morgan. And today, Sheila is sharing her insights and wisdoms to help us understand more about the experience of Reiki. So, thank you, Sheila, for taking your time to be here with us today.
Well, thank you, Kaylene, for taking your time as well. It's awesome.
I know, I'm enjoying these moments, learning so much. So let's begin with how do you prepare yourself and the space before giving Reiki?
Okay. Well, I always think of all the work that I do, you have to have discipline with, and the discipline is looking after me first. So my day starts with meditation, Reiki, and journaling. So I've always got my stuff, so to speak, into alignment.
Mhm.
I've most probably have gone for done some sort of little exercise as well. I'm not very good at big exercise, but little exercises I will do. And so I'm prepared mentally, physically, emotionally.
Mm.
And that's so important to me. And then as I prepare the space, I am so lucky that I've got a permanent healing room, and it is full of crystals and full of beautiful paintings, some that have been done by other members of the circle and Reiki people, others done by my daughter, which is an amazing artist. Some things that I've done in there, embroideries that I did when I was 18. It's full of just uplifting energy and things. As I look around, it's like, oh, so many beautiful memories, so many beautiful energies in there. And people do notice that when they walk in the room. Usually their mouths drop open because of how many crystals I've got. But as I say to them, I've been collecting crystals for 30 odd years now. So there's a lot of them. So that's the other thing. I go in there to prepare the room, making sure that it's of high energy as possible. Now, they don't go straight into the Reiki room because before we start, there's an ionic foot bath. There's a massage mat that I use as well. So that's all got to be prepared. Water has got to be prepared for people to drink as they come through the forms there's a little form to fill in as well. So that's my job, is to make sure that the spaces are clear, clean, crisp with the energy, and that I am in a good space to welcome people through my door. I don't, my first session is at 11 o'clock because I find I want to take my time. I don't want to be in a hurry as people come. But for me, it's a session. It's not like come in, you're here with me for an hour and that's it, you're out the door. With me, it's a session. It'll go on for as long as it has a need, which chances are is going to be a couple of hours. So that's again how I prepare myself, prepare my room, and prepare the music, all sorts of things that go into it. Yeah.
And it truly is an experience. Like you said, from that foot spa at the start and the warm heat massage on
Mm.
the shoulders. And yeah, your room is stunning. And some of those crystals are huge as well. And yeah, they're all in different places. They're under the table, all around the room. Like it is just a beautiful
Mm.
haven in there of energy. It's so lovely.
That's right. And it's been I suppose I don't know whether it's feng shui, but I know that I pay attention to the four corners, that everything is in alignment with the earth, air, fire, and water energies as well. So everything is taken care of in that sort of minute detail. The only other thing that goes on in that room is Reiki tuning. And so it's just a beautiful space to be in. Yes.
Just full of that beautiful Reiki energy. So you've already started to mention this experience at the start for
Mhm.
someone that's coming to a Reiki session, but can you elaborate a bit more on what can somebody expect when they're coming to have the Reiki with you?
Well, I think the first thing is that I hope I impart to them is that they need to be comfortable. So I like them to dress comfortably. So no sort of tight belts and necklaces that will choke them and things like that, and hairs up in ponytails. It's like that doesn't really work. So I like people to just come in their, most relaxed clothes. We're there for a long time together. So and I love starting off with the massage and the foot bath because that gives us an opportunity to talk to each other as well. As far as expectations go, they don't need to have any expectations, and that's the beautiful thing about it. They don't need to undress. What they wear is what they come in, apart from taking their shoes off. That's about it. And if they have got a tight belt on, to remove that as well,
Loosen
or
that
hair
up.
in a ponytail, just to make them more comfortable. But yeah, so I think it's more their preparation is to come with no expectations, I'd say is the best advice. Allow the Reiki energy to just do its work
Mhm.
because it will be for the highest good. And their their higher self knows what they need. We on the human level
Mhm.
might have all sorts of expectations, and the ego will sort of take it on a lovely little journey if we let it. But if we can let that quiet mind come through and just relax into the energy, the most, as people settle down, by the time we've got actually onto the table, they usually go into a deep state of rest. And that's where all healing can take place. That's what I believe,
Mhm.
is that I remember seeing a James Herriot thing, and he was experimenting with a new drug, and all he did was put the animal out so that it would relax. And I feel sometimes with Reiki, that's what we're doing. We're literally taking the person down to a deep level of rest so that the healing can take place.
Yeah.
And that's such a beautiful thing. They go into a state of Om, and the state of Om is you're not quite awake and you're not quite asleep. You're just in that beautiful sort of between world, and that's the best state to be. Of course, we do sort of come out of it, and thoughts might still come, but they usually do pass as well. So, and my job is to just keep the energy. Once I've started a Reiki, I don't take hands off. And I also, the thing that I do with people as well, of course, is I lay them up with crystals. So it is sort of like a crystal healing as well as a Reiki healing. And that's what I find most comfortable for people. Usually they quite naturally don't talk, and quite naturally I don't talk either. Unless I get the sort of a push from behind, which means that I have to say something to the person whilst they're in a certain position. But
Mhm.
apart from that, I do ask my guides to allow me to remember whatever messages for them. They come out at the end of the session because once we've gone through the whole process of the whole Reiki, there's a foot massage at the end, there's a body massage just to bring the person round a little bit more in their body, so to speak. And then we come out and we have a warm drink, something sweet, something salty. And again, it's like bookending of seeing how the person is, what their experiences were, what messages came through there for them, perhaps what loved ones came through for them as well. And so it sort of completes the journey. And then I'll see the switch. It will go from being this beautiful in La La Land to yes, they're back. Okay, they can now go into their car. Because, if I sent them straight after the Reiki, they might float home, which might not be the best idea. So something sweet, something salty, something warm, a conversation, bring them back gently, and then it's time for them to go. Because to me, that's again why it's a session. It's not a defined time.
Yeah.
And I But is that enough of an answer for you? Because I know you've got some other questions, and I might be answering them for you before us we've done.
That's okay because you're right. It is such an experience.
Hmm.
It's not just coming there to get on the table and have the Reiki. There's the before, the after, and the during. That state of Om is just so beautiful. And I am so ticklish. But
Hmm.
your foot massage is so beautiful. Like, I think you're the only person that I haven't kicked that's gone near my feet. And it's just lovely. And that beautiful bringing us back massage with the crystal. Oh, I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that.
Hmm.
So you've talked a bit about the after as well uh,
Hmm.
of the session
Yeah.
and us coming back, and you also that you get messages. Is there anything else around how your clients are feeling and experiencing it,
Yeah.
once they've gone through it and they're coming out that you'd like to share?
Yeah. I think the main thing is I always tell people to rest afterwards. That don't come along for a Reiki session and then go back to work or do anything too exciting, really, just for that time, because we're only kick-starting the Reiki energy.
Mm,
That will last with you for as long as you have a need.
yeah.
So it's important that you give it that opportunity to just be with you for as long as possible.
Mm,
People report back that they have amazing night's sleep. There's so many, again, miracles that happen. Like I was working with one lady who I didn't know, a friend had booked her in. She came along for a Reiki, and the friend actually called me back and she said, "You didn't know, but she was on suicide watch." And after the Reiki, we didn't have to worry about her anymore. So
oh,
it's that type of thing that you hear back that is just so amazing. And so many times that
mm,
people have reflected back to me, just what it has meant
yeah.
in that session, that it's changed something like it was for me, very dramatically for them. Because
Yeah.
that's what we don't judge, we don't sort of promise,
Hmm.
we just say, and we do things like, as Reiki people, we'll gather around people that are have very serious problems.
Hmm.
And one person comes to mind that had a particular form of cancer. And it was a very, not a good situation. A young man with three children, everything to live for. And yet he was given a pretty ordinary diagnosis with it. And when we're working in groups, I tend to go in first and I tend to go in last, just again to bookend what we're doing. And so he was still in hospital. He was having his final checks, and his surgeon said to him, "I don't know what you did differently. I've got two young men, same age, same diagnosis, gone through the same treatments. You are fine. You are going to be, you not only you're going to be you'll live, but you're going to be really good." So
Wow.
it's not such the same diagnosis for the other one. So whatever you did, it really worked. And the only difference was
He
that he had Reiki.
he had the Reiki. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's amazing what it can do.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm always amazed when people turn down a Reiki, because it's like, why? Why wouldn't you give it a go?
Especially when the energy goes where it is needed most.
That's right.
It,
That's
it, it
right.
goes there. And you don't even have to say, hey, I'm really struggling with this at the moment. You don't need to, it
No,
just
no.
naturally
Yeah, goes
goes
with
where you need it most. So,
that's right.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's an
So
amazing and a beautiful gift to have for yourself, and it's a beautiful, amazing gift that you can give to others. And
mm,
the lovely thing is, as soon as you learn Reiki 1, you've got that gift.
yeah.
It was like my Reiki master gave me one at the beginning to heal, and it healed my back. And then a person that just recently learnt, not a week before, gave me a Reiki and it had exactly the same effect. So there's no waiting or building up. Of course, it works well with you if you work well with it.
Yeah.
But there's no, you have to reach this stage, this stage, this stage, and cost this money, 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 money. It's more that it's how much you are dedicated to the energy yourself. You'll
Yeah.
get the results. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing,
It,
amazing.
it, it, it truly is. So the final question
Mhm.
is, what do you think surprises people most when they first experience Reiki?
I think it's mainly that how deeply they go. You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
it's always how effective it is straight away.
Mm.
Because it's like you go into the Reiki zone. And I had an experience one time. I was working on a mum with her little 5-year-old daughter was sitting with her. And I kept on thinking, this little kid must be so bored.
Mm.
It's very sad. So I had some, because I've got kids, so I said, oh, there's some books there, you can have a read while we're doing the Reiki. So she just picked the books up, she put them on her knee, and I looked at her and I thought, oh, you're in the Reiki zone, that's fine. She didn't look at the books, she was just quite happy to sit there peacefully in the Reiki zone.
Yeah.
So that's what it's like. Yeah.
It is. It's just that amazing energy. I know when you have your Lightworkers Way expos and
Mhm.
psychic readings and that, you always have a Reiki room
Yes.
area set up. And as soon as you just put your hand on the door to open it, you just feel the energy and the calm just comes straight through
Yeah.
you. Uh,
Yes.
and just sitting there while they're working on other people, but it's all in that room. It's the space, and yeah,
Yes, yeah, we're so lucky, aren't we, that our people will give their time to doing Reiki. It's the same in the spiritualist churches as well.
yes,
We I always encourage my Reiki students to offer their time,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so it's really lovely that
That
we
beautiful
have this
moment before.
opportunity. Yeah,
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 very
yeah.
good.
And they have it like in a circle, and yeah,
Yes,
again, the energy is just
yeah,
it's
yeah,
lovely.
yeah.
Well, thank you, Sheila, for sharing your experience and wisdom again with us,
Mhm.
especially from the point of what to expect when we're heading in to have Reiki. And I know because I've been to many of your sessions, it is truly the most magical experience, and that how you feel afterwards, yeah, it's hard to describe
Yes.
shift that you instantly feel.
Yes,
So
it's really
thank you
amazing.
so much for
Oh, thank you.
all of your words today. So, if you enjoyed this conversation and would like to hear more from Sheila and the Lightworkers Way Australia, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to receive updates for future videos. We look forward to sharing more reflections, guidance, and inspiration with you soon. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.